Discovery Tour stream. It's been a while since we've played Assassin's Creed Valhalla, or at least since I played Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We have a new Reda reset, try saying that 3 times fast, to check out. And yeah, of course, the Discovery Tour also went live today, so we're going to jump into that as well. Also, for those of you who are confused by a different voice or a different face, Jor is currently working his ass off on a new Far Cry video, because Far Cry also has a weekly reset, and there's a lot of exciting stuff in that one. We already did most of the recording and planning for that, so he's working on editing that right now. So you can expect that video later today, and we're also going to be making a video on this. So, yeah, first of all, look at this shiny new set of armor. How you like that? That's new. You get that actually pretty quickly. I want to check if we are indeed live real quick. It does seem to be the case. That is amazing. Awesome, awesome, awesome. In that case, hello everyone. Hello chat on YouTube and hello chat on Twitch. I hope you are both doing well. Yep, we are set up. Okay, let's check the Reda reset. Let's see what he has. So if you see any about, you better bring something good, boy. Because the last time I was here, you like disappointment doesn't even begin to describe.
What do you have today?
The way I felt. Okay, so we have the Niflheim cloak in the daily, which is it's cool, but it's been there already. And we have a tree, the Warhorse, which I don't even remember that's what that set is from. Charlemagne Rider statue, the Knight Isu back tattoo, Nidhogg's Fate, so that's probably also from the Niflheim set tree, and then the Leidarstjarna. I hope I pronounced that somewhat correctly. the Starbird. This is from the High Elf set, I think. The High Elf bird. It's just kind of. I actually need to get that because I don't have it yet. No new sword set. Thank you for letting me know, Joyce. Might be a while because it's sometimes update a bit slower. Also, Optic Gamer, good to see you too. Thank you so much for joining. And the Scarch is hello to you as well. Yeah, let's just buy the bird. So I'm going to show you the bird. Bird is the word. Reda. Reda. Just gave you my opal, but oh, there it is. It should be available for PS4. I do agree with you, Sharp. They could really use a preview option in the Reda window. But instead, you could just watch the stream. I will be your preview option. Oh, there goes the frame rate. I can be your preview option. Or the videos. We try. What's with the new what's the new update? Well, there hasn't really been a new update. That's actually the cool thing. So the previous update added the Discovery Tour, just wasn't active yet, and now when you boot up the game you can go straight to it. So yeah, I do agree. All in all, kind of disappointing reset, but does the bird save it? This, by the way, this bird is from the Discovery Tour as well. I think it looks awesome. It's kind of like, I don't know if it is a peregrine falcon, but it kind of has a peregrine falcon look to it. But of course, this is the reset bird. In space. My goodness, he's so shiny. Okay, how do you look?
See you. Until next time. What do you see?
It is a pretty cool bird. As far as ravens go, this is probably one of the most unique as well. Let's see how it does a barrel roll. There we go. But does this turn the reset into a passing grade? I don't think it does. I see AC Fuller, so just for the bird, I would give it a 4 out of 10. I kind of agree with that one. The bird is pretty good. It's a pretty good bird. But the rest is, I don't like. There is a Knight Isu tattoo in there, which is also really cool. But I don't know. You really want to spend your opals on that one? I'm gonna go with 4 out of 10 too. I hope that's not too harsh. I think the last one I did was worse. But yeah, for some reason, I just don't think I should do the weekly reset, because when I stream weekly reset, the reset is always trash. But what we do, of course, have very new and exciting is this new shiny armor set I'm wearing right here. And you might be wondering, how do you get that? Especially that glorious looking helmet. Well, it's pretty easy. You just jump into the Discovery Tour. I'm going to show you the armor real quick. Show you what it does. Because it's a pretty simple bonus. We have increased the stun after a kill. Which goes from 12 to 36. Stacks up to 3 times. Lasts 30 seconds. And then on top of that, we get an additional increase to speed. So, works the same as the stun bonus. Except you get speed as well. Which is actually kind of nice to have that on your armor set instead of your weapons, because they recently changed how buffs are calculated. So if you put speed runes on a weapon, it will just work for that weapon. So if you put it on your left-hand sword, it's not going to work on your right-hand sword, vice versa. However, I would think with an armor set, it works on both. So having a speed buff on your armor set is actually kind of huge now. Tai, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining and modding. That's awesome to see you. But yeah, I see a lot of people asking, how do you get the armor set? How do you get to the Discovery Tour? Easy. I'm going to show you. Because we're going to be playing some Discovery Tour. It's going to be an educational stream, ladies and gentlemen. I might even do some reading. We might read together. Or I can read you a nice bedtime story. I have to practice my ASMR voice for that. But yeah, first things first. When we go to the title screen, you will now notice there is a new option. Son of Batman, stick around for a few more seconds. I'm going to show you exactly how you can play the Discovery Tour, because it's actually really, really easy. How long does it take to complete the Discovery Tour? Depends on what you want to get out of it. I feel like if you just want the armor set and the sword, it's going to be 4 hours-ish, maybe. I hope so, because I still need to get the sword, and I kind of want to do that today. If you want everything, there's a lot more. Welcome to the education live stream. That is what we do here. That's the theme of my streams. It's either memes or education. Or my cam going out of focus. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Hang on just a second. I'm gonna turn it off and on again. That solves the problem. Where are you? Just 1 second, chat. Don't worry about this. It's gonna look a bit weird for just a second. And now we should be back to normal. Yes. Okay. But as you probably have been able to see, there's a new little thingy here that says Play Discovery Tour. So you just click that. And ta-da! You are now in the Discovery Tour menu. So I hope that explained your question, Son of Batman. I would make a clever reference, but I don't know enough about Batman for that. So I'm going to go with continue. The timing is wrong, by the way. I did not play 0 hours, 0 minutes, and 0 seconds. I actually did play a bit. Hey, Flaming Shadow, good to see you too. Thank you so much for joining. But yeah, we're going to be jumping in. And basically, because there are a couple of things we can do. And a couple of things that I have yet to discover myself, because I haven't been playing this for that long. When do you think they'll give us another chance to get the iron in your bow? I don't know, Morton. Like, they said it was coming back because they removed the challenge because it didn't work. I would assume they got it working again, but it's still not coming back, so... I honestly don't know. I don't know what excuse they're looking for. I honestly feel like maybe we should just give it for free instead of connecting it to the challenge because they messed up, not us, but who knows? We'll see. So, we have the Discovery Tour. Of course, we have the golden beams of light here, where if you stand on those and you interact with them, we can learn more. So we can learn more, for instance, about medieval Christian medicine. So we're gonna do some reading. Early medieval people believed demons and elves were to blame for some diseases and would seek supernatural cures for them. In some cases, ailing patients would be prescribed a religious remedy. They would be encouraged to fast, pray, or go on a pilgrimage, a religious journey. Sounds like a terrific idea. Yo, I'm feeling really sick. Oh, that's fine. Just walk 50 miles on your bare feet. No sandals allowed. The pilgrim in this illustration has traveled to the tomb of a saint in the hope of being healed. One could also seek help from the saints, holy figures marked by their closeness to God. It was believed that saints could grant miracles and heal the sick. Christians could seek out something a saint had worn or touched, add it to a mixture, drink it, and hope that the saint's miraculous powers would do the trick. And a fun fact about this is you actually see this in practice now. Because I did a quest here, there are quests now. And those would kind of give you the reward. So if you do the first quest, you already get the armor set. And that's really easy and really short. But the second quest you do here actually has you add the dust from a relic. So exactly as they're describing here, to a potion to heal one of your ailing brothers in the chapel. So actually, let's go do another quest, see what kind of stuff we can get into. And also, fun fact about... Oh, that's, by the way, the marker for one of the quests. Fun fact about... They mentioned about those reliquaries, like stuff belonging to saints and stuff. there is someone actually measured. If you took all the splinters from the crib in which baby Jesus was born and put them all together, you could build a crib big enough to do like Olympic swimming contest in, because it's about the same size. So maybe some of those didn't actually belong to Jesus' crib. Who knows? Or Jesus was really, really, really big, which would make the entire story way funnier. Anyway, there was some fun science education added by me, but that was of course not in the game. But now we are going to get educated, because now I think we're going to build a ship. Why don't I have the discovery tour? If you do not have it, you should check if you have the latest update installed. I'm also going to start a recording, because I want to record this stuff, because we're going to be using it in a video. But if you do have it downloaded, it should be in the main menu, and just under like load game, save game, should be new tab saying discovery tour. Oh, we are going to ask for permission to stop raiding. Interesting. I am going to read a little bit more in this stream, because the information might actually be important, otherwise we don't make the final test, because like in school you get a test at the end here.
So I pried the book from his hands and tore the
Kind of.
covers
It's
off
like
to bring
4
order.
questions at most.
I'll be
So
able to
far.
afford another slave this house.
Maybe it gets worse later on. But
These Saxons and their books.
also, sorry if I missed any people joining or asking questions, but hello to everyone. Thank you so much for joining. And if you have any questions, do ask them. I'll try my best to answer them. But like I said, I'm trying to pay a bit more attention to this now as well. So I might miss them, but I'll try regardless.
How this honors their god, I'll never understand.
Okay. So where do we go? Do more drinks? No, we don't do more drinks. Oh, we have to talk to my man Harold, I think. That was quick. Jesus, 70 feet profit. That would be a story for the ages.
Experiencing the sting of your wit.
Do we accept the challenge? Of course we accept the challenge.
The mood
Rap battle, y'all.
for stinging rather than a lashing.
Okay.
Let's begin. On the Isle of Ely, great riches were won.
It was over before this flighting begun.
Come, Thorsty. Surely you can do
I
better
mean,
than that. I've heard
give me another one.
legend, your grace and prowess.
You said it yourself. I've no need to impress.
The merchant with the silver tongue strikes again.
Can you imagine having an actual silver tongue? Mom spaghetti. That's
Shame
Jay.
how the Jarl outshines you so brightly.
Let's not challenge him to a fight.
Beware that such
This feels like a telltale. The flighting kind of does.
A proper threat, delivered in perfect rhythm. Oh, how
Hey
I
Amir,
miss
the
thought.
Discovery Tour is already out. If you have the latest update installed and you boot up the game, you should be able to find access to it in your main menu.
Hero of many tales.
Okay. So he's back that guy. Now we get to talk to our king.
There's something I must say.
Very pokers indeed.
So formal. Did the crossing scour our friendship from your mind?
It did not. It's only by friendship that I am brave enough to speak.
Tell me then. I'm listening.
I tire of raiding Harold. I want to settle where there's rich, dark soil for the taking. I want to make a place of our own where I can live out my days with my wife.
You're young yet, my friend. Plenty of time to grow old with a bouncing infant on its knee.
No, my Jarl.
But what if you want to do that now, though?
Today I search for a ship.
I have none to spare.
Then I shall purchase one.
Commission, perhaps. I hope this folly of
Oh, we're
yours
gonna
can
build a
stand
boat.
A year's wait.
That is what it takes. It is no slight to you, my Jarl. My love for you has not waned, but my love for my wife only grows stronger with each
That is
hour.
actually kind of cute. We're playing the new Discovery Tour for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Keiki.
In time.
So it's basically kind of a free explore mode where you don't have to do any combat. It's just exploring, and you can learn new stuff about the world. Like, for instance, war and politics. Keeping allies close. To hold on to his power, Chieftain had to keep his companions happy. In other words, wealthy. I mean, I'm not sure if that's the message you want to get across, but sure. Whether by trade or by war, Norse leaders needed to get their hands on loot and riches to redistribute them to their allies. This was how they kept their companions in line. A sword like this one might have been given to from a wealthy leader to a trusted ally, or one whose loyalty he wanted to ensure. So there you go, Ava put on some weight. In fact, let me check that, because we should be able to switch characters. I just don't know how you unlock them. So we have Thorstein and Brother Elric. Not you. We can play as Eivor. I'm sorry if anyone got offended by that. But I feel like most of the Assassin's Creed fanbase is in agreement that this character just doesn't exist. Young Sigurd is also an option. And the more of these discovery sites we visit, the more characters we unlock. And there are actually quite a lot of them to unlock. Including weird stuff that shouldn't be in the game, but is, like Sean. Is Rebecca there as well? I feel like she should. Yeah, there you go. So you can even play modern day characters if you want to. So these are unlocked. I think the discovery points are the gold points we just come across. But that's not our main focus. Boo, that is bright. Okay, but that's not our main focus. Our main focus right now is to complete the quest, because if we complete the quest, we get the sword. Also, another cool thing. If you want, I discovered this by accident. If you press R1, you can play it in first person. We can Skyrim now. Randvi Cassandra. I mean, it's been said many a times before. At this point, it's not even a discussion. Morning to you, Toxic Llama. Not morning to me, but morning to you. That doesn't matter. And we can also swap back whenever we want.
And they're going to bring it all the way from a
Alright, so what's going on here?
Definitely not.
Well,
We need to talk to our waifu.
Harold.
Harold will not stand in our way, but neither will he help us.
Oh, at least he could give you his blessing.
He did not.
Oh, my
He did
lord.
not.
He will come around. His love for you flows deep, but its pull is as strong as the tides.
I see you've made good on your promise to find us traveling companions at least.
This group of good-for-nothings.
Is it possible to parkour in first person? Let's actually try that out, Pyro. I haven't tried that yet.
Never seen.
I can try that in a bit.
It's a good start, but we will need more men.
Freaking out? What's up, Infinite Donuts? I feel like if you've seen Infinite Donuts, you've pretty much seen everything, so I don't know what could have freaked you out, but... Just got here, do you like the Discovery Tour? It's nice. Like, I've liked the concept of it always, because it's kind of a nice way to teach people stuff about the world that they've created, which I think is cool. Gameplay-wise, it's pretty much just fetch quests. Okay, so it zooms out when you jump. That's kind of annoying. What's the new sword? I can probably look it up in the menu. Oh, SJ, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime subscription. That is super appreciated. And for those of you who don't know, if you have Twitch Prime, you have a free sub that you can give to a Twitch channel of your choice. Could be, or would be really nice if you could give it to us, and if you want to, but of course if you want to give it to someone else, that's completely fine too. But just wanted to remind you that if you have Twitch Prime, you can give one sub a month for free to a channel of your choosing. Yeah, so here you kind of have learnings. So this is basically the information you collect. Behind the scenes are also, those are the silver points on the map. You kind of get behind the scenes developer commentary on the making of the game. And then the Valhalla rewards are the things that you unlock for Valhalla. So we already have the Elderman armor set, which you literally unlock after doing the first quest, which is like 20 minutes of work. So if you want the armor quest, you get it really quickly. The Raven I got from the second. The sword you get from completing all of them, which is kind of a lot. But we can do that. And then you get a medieval tattoo set, a mount, a Discovery Tour settlement pack. That tree actually looks kind of cute. I kind of want the tree. Is that Ratatosker in there? And the ship. Which I think we get after this. Where's the original Joe? First of all, he isn't called Joe, but that's fine. Not everybody knows that. He's currently working very hard on a Far Cry video, because Far Cry also had a weekly reset today, and that was also kind of awesome. So we want to talk about that as well. So he's currently working on that video, which is why I'm streaming this. So let's talk to this man. Viking Wolverine, you get into the Discovery Tour from the main menu. If you have the latest update downloaded, it should just appear as a new tab under the save game, load game stuff, where you can just boot it up and then it'll take you to a new menu screen.
I have gold enough to cover the cost.
Wood, sails, and all?
Gunhilda's family.
Now let's
will
build a
provide the
boat,
same.
everyone.
The rest I will purchase.
Ah, you're a lucky man.
I know.
That motion he just did, the sideways wave, like every NPC in Valhalla does that. I don't know why. They really like that move for some reason.
I'll see what I can do.
Is there a single hood in the game without capes? The modern day one kinda doesn't have one. Okay, so we're getting materials for our boat now. This is kind of cool. I don't know I know jack about boats, so this is gonna be an actual learning experience for me.
Imvolder sent.
I hope.
Oak or pine?
I'm sorry. What?
New to shipbuilding, are you? Come with me. You'll learn better. by
Okay,
doing.
interesting. Learn shipbuilding, progress 0. Yeah, that sounds about right. Does anybody in Twitch chat or YouTube know how to build a ship? Because I don't. I assume you start by chopping
Use
wood.
that axe to remove the bark from this log. Underneath you will find silken pine, flexible.
Yeah, okay,
and
that
light,
makes sense.
will bend in the wind, perfect for a mast. Once you have a sense of the wood, come find me and I will show you another.
I don't think that's what an axe is supposed to do, but that's alright. Okay, so we got an ascent for this. See you later. Now what do we do?
Tap in the wedges gently. We want this log to split as straight as possible. That way we will have long, hard boards of oak for the hull of your ship to protect you and your fellow.
Oh, that's actually kind of smart. So you put a wedge at the end and then slap it through the middle. Wood, iron, nails, and prey ship done. I feel like that's how it would work if it were actually a game mechanic. What is the expansion called? It is called the Discovery Tour. It is a free expansion for everybody. And you can access it by just booting up the game with the latest update installed. Now what do we do?
Planing the wood ensures a tight fit between the boards, leaving no gaps or knots that might give way in the middle of the sea. The smoother the joints, the smoother your
Okay, so
journey.
you just work the ends off, and that is called planing. Okay. And now we get a test.
Now, which type of wood did Imbolder send you for?
We needed a mast, right?
Pine for a mast.
I'll send your new mast to the shipyard as soon as it's ready.
I hope I did that right. No problem, Viking Wolverine. Go enjoy. And thank you, Michael, for joining. Hope to see you again in another stream. Of course, you're always welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Toxic Llama, there was no update. This was already part of the previous update. So if you have the previous update installed and you boot up the game, you should already be able to access it. When is the Basim sword coming to the game? AFW reviews? I don't know. We know it's coming. We just don't know when yet, unfortunately.
Imvolder sent me.
Of course he did. He tried those nails from Aval's nest, and I bet they fell apart.
It isn't
in the
Aval
salt
a
water.
place in France?
I use nothing but pure iron, which is why he hates my prices.
That name rings a bell. I don't know why.
Yourself suddenly sailing in a bucket full of holes. Head inside the shop. You can take a box from the stack against the back wall. But tell him he'll have to pay up front if he wants more.
I'm the one funding.
No, you do not need the season pass for the Discovery Tour, as far as I know. Unless I'm wrong, and if that's the case, please someone in chat correct me.
Imbaldir makes ships that sing on the ocean waves. But mundane thoughts of silver and debt never seem to enter his mind. Don't worry, I'll talk to him. Go get your nails.
Okay, so we need to carry it now. Roxas, great name by the way. Fellow Kingdom Hearts lover here. Unless you got it from somewhere else, which I don't know. But I assume that's a reference. My absolute favorite armor set in the game would have to be the Thor set still. For looks wise then. Perks wise of course not. The perks wise it's the Tyrannus set because you turn into One Punch Man. But looks like, or looks wise it would be the Thor set. Awesome, thanks for confirming. So Discovery Tour is indeed just free for everyone. You don't need the Season Pass, you don't need to pay for it separately. And if you have the latest update installed, you don't even have to download anything extra. Because it should already be part of your game. And there we go. Now what do you need?
Finally you returned. Now, there's one last step to take. Come with
One
me.
last step. I wonder what that... Might that be the hull, good sir?
I have 3 available, so you can choose.
Oh, that's
whichever
cool.
best suits your intentions.
Oh, I like Spirit Totem stuff. This is already my favorite quest in the game.
But I won't need it for many months yet. Take a look and let me know if you have any questions.
Okay. Do we choose it if we interact with it already? Or can we learn more about it? Because I would like to learn more about it. Oh, we can open our learnings menu. Yes. So let's read about them. Let's do some reading, everyone. So we have the snake. Snakes were well represented in Scandinavian magical, mythical and spiritual beliefs. They were often associated with depths. Under the ground was a nidhogg, a snake that strove to devour the roots of Yggdrasil, the cosmic tree. Under the sea was Jormungand, the Midgard snake, which biting his own tail encircled the ocean until the day it would release the waters beginning Ragnarok. It was not uncommon for these monster snakes to pass into legend as dragons. Snakes were among the most popular creatures depicted in Scandinavian art as seen on this runestone. Alright, so that's the snake. Let's actually have a vote on which one we're gonna pick. In a bit. I'll read all of them and then in Twitch chat, can we do polls yet? Is that fixed, eh? Or do we still need to fix that? And in YouTube chat, just type which one you want and I'll kind of have to guess which one gets picked most. So that's the snake. Then we have the elk. The elk's antlers both resembled tree branches and were symbolically connected to them. Just like leaves, the elk's antlers would fall each autumn only to be reborn the following spring. This association with the cycle of life also appeared in Algis, the rune of life nicknamed the rune of the elk. Legendary among elks was Eikthrunir, a magnificent beast that stood on top of Valhalla, Odin's hall that housed the glorious dead. Waterfalls and rivers were born from his impressive antlers. Elks and other cervids or curvids, I don't know, I think it's cervids, like reindeer, commanded a lot of respect and spiritual reverence from those who lived long before the Viking Age, as this Neolithic engraving shows. Okay, and then the final one, we have the horse. Horses were known for transporting people and goods. Scandinavians also granted them the power to move between the worlds of the living and the dead. Sleipnir, the mount of Odin, could carry the Allfather between worlds. This is why, in skaldic poetry, connections were drawn between horses and boats, which also represented gateways between worlds. Horses were occasionally depicted on runestones as a mount for warriors, divine or human, much like on the runestone depicted here. It holds the engravings raised by 4 men named Björn, Vebjörn, Hrafni and Ketilbjörn in memory of their father Gerbjörn. I hope I pronounced all of those right. So what do we pick for the boat? The elk, the snake, or the horse? I'll go out of the menu so you guys can see them, because looks are of course also important. This is the snake. Then I would assume this is the horse. If this is actually the snake, someone did a really bad job on that one. And this is the elk, or the stag. So let me know which we should pick for the prow of the ship. So that will be proudly displayed on the front there, like this. What are you? You a dragon? A dog? You look dangerous. If no one says anything, I'll just have to pick my own. Where's chat just not... Okay, I see a horse. Let me actually check if... There we go. I'm sorry, I have wrong setting. So we have one for horse and one for snake. but that is a draw. And now we have one for elk. Fantastic. This always happens when you ask chat what to do. No offense to you guys, of course. I wouldn't dare. Okay, now the majority is voting elk. Yeah, we're gonna go with elk.
Tell me about the elk.
Oh, he does tell you about it.
With the cycle of life, death,
I did all the reading for nothing. I'm sorry. Someone else could have told you all this information and didn't even have to listen to me.
Is this the prow you want?
Yes.
Excellent. Then we can get started.
Bless us on our journey
Eichthirnir.
to new lands and a new home.
Thorstein,
Oh, hey. Like, his hair is so extra. My god.
in my joy at seeing you home, I wasn't ready to discuss your departure again so soon. Nor see you gone for good.
How do you get the armor and the sword? By completing the quests in the Discovery Tour. You get the armor from the first... Oh, wow.
And why not?
You get the armor set from the first quest and then the sword for completing all of them. So that's kind of what we're doing right now.
It has been an honor to have you in my Fielag, even if this leg of the trip will be shorter.
And I need to stop and restart my recording. But you actually have a tab in your codex you can check when you're in the Discovery Tour to see what the rewards are and how you get them.
The day has finally come.
Oh, and it's beautiful. I am glad we picked the elk.
Many have come before you, and many will come after. Yet, when I die, it will be your friendship that I recall as I await the opening of Valhalla.
What do you mean the opening of Valhalla? Is it closed?
Go then.
Is it closed due to COVID?
Winds take
What
you
happened?
Swiftly to soft lands and great riches.
May your name never be forgotten.
The guy was not called Fair Hair for nothing. Fair point. Fair point, Vitral. Fair point. Take command of your boat. Let's do it. Can we sail the boat in first person? We can't. It's not doing anything, unfortunately. Yeah. That is a beautiful prow. I am glad we picked this one. And there we go. That is a quest. Oh, it says they will need a great sea rider indeed. Let me actually put my camera down a bit so you guys can actually read those things when they do show up. Like this. Sorry, this is gonna look a bit weird. It's gonna be over in a bit, chat. Don't worry about it. There we go. No, almost got it right. There. Oh, and now, of course, there's something underneath my face. So the review is basically a brief summary. But we are going to continue with the next quest, if that's okay. I don't know what the next quest is. Yeah, this is always when you try to make it better, you always make it worse accidentally. So I'm just gonna leave it here. I don't care if the rest of the game takes place here in this exact area. You're just gonna have to deal with it. I'm not going anywhere. See, but this worked out. Thorstein and Gunhilda's journey has ground to a halt as their proposed navigator abandoned them for another fleet. What a douche. If they are to reach England before winter storms arrive, they will need to find a navigator and a replacement crew. What a shit reset. Indeed, Mysterious. The reset's pretty bad. But good thing we got this instead.
The lives of my men and wife to these sunstones.
You're making a mistake. With Frodi gone, I'm the best navigator you'll find this time of year, and you know it.
You've already deceived us once with your tales of magic pebbles.
Tales of Magic Pebbles. Hey, the person! Good to see you! Thank you so much for the sub.
So you'd rather trust whales and winds than your own Fialachi? Bjorn was right about you. Try sailing across the sea in this weather. You won't get past the shore. Not without a skilled sailor.
You're absolutely right. I do need a navigator. But you weren't one to begin with.
Oof. Rough. That is rough. Would you buy a one-hit kill weapon? Yes, because if that comes to the game, we're probably gonna make a video on it, so I kind of have to. But personal, a personal preference, no. Like, why? Game's already easy enough. Aver voice actor. I do have the idea that Magnus Brune did some lines for the Discovery Tour, but then again, Joyce kind of also noticed this, that she might have done, or that they might have done the same trick as Watch Dogs Legion did, where they kind of got like 3 or 4 actors and then used an AI to create different voices from that.
Regardless, Frode broke his word.
Imagine Dragons, the update is already out. In fact, the update came out way earlier. They just had the Discovery Tour locked, but it is now unlocked. So if you boot up your game with the latest update installed, you should be able to play it.
Not fall folk dread the great waters more than a feral cat. They'll be of no use in the upcoming storm.
Any release date? Any word on release date for the Wild Hunt Festival? Unfortunately, not yet.
I'll find a clan to join us there.
But once again, once we do learn something about it, we will of course let you know. We haven't forgotten about AC. I know we've been putting out a lot of Valhalla or Far Cry content, but we haven't forgotten about AC. Don't worry. Some easy sailing. Does it still have the? Yeah, it still has the stag. Awesome. Yeah, the helmet from the new armor set is actually amazing. It's kind of like the Banneret enemies from the main game, but it doesn't have the faceplate on it. It's really cool. Kind of looking forward to playing around with that a little bit in a while. But for now, we are just discovering and touring. So that is what we do. There should be... Actually, I need to check, but there should be content for the mythical worlds as well. So I kind of hope we get there with one of the quests. In fact, let me... I should just be able to check that. Ah, so that is the final one. Interesting. Well, I don't think we're gonna get there on stream, but we can progress a little bit. I'll talk to this guy. Hello, sir. I have a problem.
I gather these crates are full of dried cod?
They are.
I can't do this for 9 hours. You'll have to do it less than 9 hours. Like,
Excellent.
we're already halfway through and I've barely played
You've
it
served us
for
well for many years now, Trick.
more than an hour, I feel.
I can't say it was a pleasure, but you've treated me with respect. I'm grateful for it. Now, I hope my debt has been paid.
In full. Are you sure I can't tempt you to come with us? Your help would be invaluable.
Shackles here versus shackles across the sea? Tough choice to make.
Oh, you misunderstand me. I free you, here and now. But if you return to me willingly as a slave, you can purchase a place amongst my crew. Once we're established in the
Interesting
land across the sea,
way of commerce.
I'll free you.
I will free you now, but you can come back and then buy your place as a slave on my ship.
Not many slaves would get an offer like that. Well then, let's get these supplies on board before the storm hits us.
And he accepted it. What a nice man. Oh, do we get a point of view swap now? Whoa! We're playing as someone else. And there are you wanna fight? You wanna go? Speak speak to your mother. The quest objective we gamers all dread the most. I'm kidding, I love my mom. Taking a horse to Eggleston would save some time, but it's not without risk. Riding a 4-legged animal before setting sail could bring bad luck to the journey. So we'll walk then. See? You people in chat always giving me crap for not using the horse. This is why. It brings you bad luck before going on a sea journey. I knew that. I totally knew that. Press triangle or can go first person. Not triangle, R1. We want Valhalla or Skyrim? We can do it in first person for a bit. That's fine. And yes, Yeti, this is the Discovery Tour. Hello, Bert. How you doing? You going anywhere? Hey, buddy. Can you pet the bird? You can't, unfortunately. 0 out of 10. Can't even pet the bird. What nonsense is this? These are bandit yeah. So you can just walk into a bandit camp without anything happening to you because there is no combat in this mode. That is actually kind of cool. Hello! You can even do a panoramic view of it. This is where the mean men live. Who tried to kill you. Let's get out of here. This is my first Discovery Tour, so I'm discovering a lot as well. This is fun. It's very, very nice and relaxing. I do actually kind of like the first person. I don't think it's bad. The items where, if you want to check your rewards, just open the game, go to Discovery Tour, go to Codex, and check your Valhalla rewards. We did actually just get a new one. We got the ship back! So if we go back to... Actually, let me show you that, because we just started a new one. If we quit to the title screen, it's gonna be a while. Let me stop the recording then and restart a new one. Has anybody here even finished the mastery challenges? Well, not me. I still need to do that. And the new river raids as well. I've not been playing enough Valhalla. I'm sorry, chat. So we go back to the main game. We wait 10 minutes for the game to check for add-ons. Or maybe it's a little bit quicker now. I don't know why this keeps taking so long. I really wish it didn't. The game looks freaking great on PS5. It says Guimon Sinho. Guimon Sinho. I hope I pronounced that right. It does, it does. But this is still like a last gen game improved for next gen. Proper PS5 titles or Series X titles are like even better. Like playing Demon Souls for the first time on a PS5 is just, whew, that's an experience. I would like to continue so we can trash talk Reda, because Reda today is bad, very, very bad. Ta-da! New armor set again for everyone who just joined chat. Yeah, that helmet is really cool. I like the plume on it. Looks classy. It's not overstated. We finally got more Viking armor. Well, it's not a Viking armor, but more realistic armor. Oh, hello. I'm not going to talk to you. But if we wait for a little bit, there we go. Slidruk Tani? Tani. Drugs is all I read. Hello. I have some new stuff for my ship. I'd like to put it on my boat. It's this one. Because this one is the... Ah, that's the Industria stuff. It is a rather pretty... Oh, I do like the shields as well. This is not bad at all. As far as ship cosmetics go, this is actually kind of nice. What's with the steampunk armor? I don't know. I haven't read anybody shouting that a new armor set is out right now. Most of the time you need to reboot the game for that anyway. But, oh, look at it. Look at my boat. My boat is amazing. Yeah, so you can just get this for free by doing 3 quests. I think that's kind of worth it. This is a nice ship cosmetic. I want to keep this one. I like it. Shield's also looking badass. Cool. Is that like a giant ruby for the eyes? That is cool. The other side of Ruby... Whoa. Camera. Please. Does look to be it. That is awesome. Okay, we're gonna jump back into the Discovery tour now, because that's of course what most of the stream is about. Unfortunately, I do think that we need to quit back to the main menu. Do you hate that most of the daily resets are mostly tattoos? Hate is a strong word. I don't really mind the weekly reset anyways. But I'm kind of biased in that regard because I buy most of the armor sets to test them for videos. So most of the stuff that appears at Reda that I would be interested in, which is mostly armors and weapons anyway, I already have. So I don't mind it too much, but I do think, like, comparing it to, and it kind of feels too early to do a comparison, but if our Far Cry 6 vid goes live later today, see what that reset offered. That I feel is such a superior system that this kind of falls flat, even if it were all armor sets. Like the first official weekly reset, I suppose, because last week's didn't really count, for Far Cry has been phenomenal. It's been really, really good. Whereas this one's been swinging from decent to sometimes just plain out bad, like today. No new armor set for now. Thank you for confirming that, the Scarches. So then I don't know what the hell the deal is with the steampunk set. It should be coming. Oh, we're dropped back here, so we need to do more walking. In fact, let's do some more reading first, because why not? Oh, this might actually tell us why we don't need, or why we shouldn't take the horse. Divinities of the sea. Many divinities oversaw the seas and oceans. One of the most important was Njord, a god from the Vanir tribe, father of the twin fertility gods Freyr and Freya. Njord looked after the sea, the wind, and fishermen like those aboard the ship. Another sea divinity was Aegir. He was not a god, but a giant and the embodiment of the sea itself. His name even meant sea. That's kind of uncreative, but sure. Legend said that Aegir sat at the head of a great underwater hall where all those lost at sea would join together and feast beneath the waves. So he's kind of just a cheap Odin knockoff who only had power over the sea, is what I'm getting here. Discount Valhalla. Under the Sea edition. Aegir's wife, the goddess Ran of the Aesir tribe, was not as kindly as her husband. She would stalk reckless sailors and shipwreck victims, trap them in her nets, and drag them into the watery depths to drown. Why exactly were these two married again? Because this kind of seems like there would be a lot of conflict over this. Then again, marriages between gods seldom, if ever, make sense, and seldom, if ever, work out. We're gonna walk. Is there going to be any more new DLC? There's going to be a lot more content coming for Valhalla, Sean. We just don't know when and what it is exactly at. They announced a year 2 of content at E3, and we've had content leaks and stuff like that, but like a definitive statement from Ubisoft, like there will be, or there won't be, a second expansion pass. We haven't had that yet. So there is more coming, we do know that. But we don't know in what way, shape, or form. Just that there should be enough content to carry us through with this game for another year. Hello, bandits who don't attack. Pleasure to make your acquaintance again. I still refuse to take a horse. And now every time when someone comes into stream and asks why don't you use a horse, then we just say it is a bad omen to do so before going on a journey at sea. Because now we know. See, this is how education works. You learn something new and then you use it to troll chat. I'm kidding. I would never. I would actually troll you guys, but just for the fun of it. Do you hope to see more short swords? I don't know. I kind of like the idea of them adding more weapon types as opposed to more weapons. And I feel like there are other weapon types that are way more underappreciated than short swords are. I'm looking at you, flails. What happened to the flails is incredibly sad. I'm still not over the fact that we lost the lawnmower combo completely. I'm just thinking about the pricks tier 2. Anyway, we have to speak to Mom. Hello, Mother.
I seem to have been visited by Goddess Freya herself.
No, Mom, it's just me.
It's been a while.
Far too long.
The sheep miss you, Gunhilda. They can't bear the thought of losing you to the land across the sea.
What about you, though?
They might not have
Did
to.
you miss me? I don't care what the sheep think.
My love, we will remedy it.
We need more men. The clan we recruited has decided to remain on land. We're left with no navigator nor crew.
Some clans have just returned from the sea. I've seen them camp nearby. I can take you to them, but you'll have to be
You have to be persuaded. Oh, that is my speciality.
Abilities, mother?
I am very persuasive.
You've always had wits sharper than Gungnir. I can only hope that just like Odin's spear, you will return to me.
You know we must go where our opportunities lie. This land is overcrowded.
From mower to nowhere. Unfortunate but true.
I won't push any further.
The lawn mower.
And you won't be?
From mower to grower. It's actually worse. You imagine that? You just push over your lawn with a lawnmower and then actually the grass just grows. Why leave Scandinavia? An excellent question indeed. Why would you? To be a landowner was to have a high status in Norse society. The wealthy Scandinavians controlled vast estates. Land could increase both a person's power and their wealth. This made it very desirable. It was also very hard to get. So land's playing hard to get, huh? I see how it is. There wasn't very much land in Scandinavia that was arable or good for growing crops. Furthermore, Norse land ownership was complicated. It was believed that a person's forebears continued to inhabit their othel or ancestral territory beyond death. That is absolutely terrifying. Because the family's ancestors lived on in the land, it could not be divided. When a parent passed away, their land could not be split among their children. It could only be possessed by one family member at a time. That left many people unable to inherit land and many people tempted to leave Scandinavia and seek elsewhere. They might have found a fresh start in a community like the one pictured here, an imagined settlement in Northumbria. Okay. So we are learning, once again, that Norse society kind of sucked in its own way. Because if mom or dad passed away, you'd have to fight your brothers and sisters over who gets the land. I do love the fact that they call the sea the Whale Road. I think we should do that more often too.
It's bad luck to sail with a woman. I won't sail with
Excuse you?
We'd have no use for your lack of judgment. Bondi.
Some medieval trash talking here going on, ladies and gentlemen. That was rough. That man got scorched.
It's time for us to tend to our crops and see our children grow.
When do you leave?
Today.
Have you sailed before?
My husband sailed with Harald Jarl himself. He sailed enough for
That's not how that works, but okay.
I've learned to be wary of boastful spirits. Your word alone isn't enough.
How can I convince you to accompany us?
Well, why are you leaving our northern land?
My husband is a second
There is not
son.
enough land.
If we were to stay, our farm will pass to his eldest brother, and we'll be left.
See, we're using the information we just learned.
All too well. My men and I have found this temporary campsite, but we've got nowhere to go.
Then come with us.
It does sound tempting. Would you have enough supplies for all my men?
You did get dried fish, right?
My
Yep.
husband is loading
So
the
you can
meat
place
and
different
dried
characters
fish
with
aboard our
different
ship
stories.
as we speak.
Kind of. You play through a story, which has you swap between different characters, because there is also a an English bishop, or not bishop, a priest, a monk actually. And now I kind of lost. What are we? We're not using stun stones. We kind of noped out on that, so we'll observe the elements around us. But then in free roam you can switch between different characters, and you actually unlock more by interacting with those points of interest that we just saw.
I can help you around these shores, but in the midst of the wave world, we'll need an expert.
Have you decided to come?
Awesome.
I have.
We did it.
You speak true, and my men are ready to settle.
I'm honored. Gather your men and your things. I'll take you to our ship.
So that's kind of how that works, Redneck. You can actually pull up the menu again as soon as we get out of the cutscenes, but The story is still
I should know
progressing.
better than to ever doubt you. You excel once again.
There's little to stand in your way when you aim for the sky.
That
Steven's
is
clan will accompany us.
that is incredibly simple and incredibly true. I don't remember that one.
While loading the ship,
That is a good saying.
Ooh.
you'll need to trust me. But we must reach Helloya first, and fast. The storm is imminent.
I know where Helloya is.
Then lead the way.
The storm is imminent. What are we playing Fortnite now? What is this? Assassin's Creed Battle Royale. It's finally here.
We must exit the fjord. Sail right.
Okay. Will do. Hey GJ, I'm doing fine. Thank you so much for asking. Hope you're doing good too.
Now straight ahead towards the setting sun.
Hey, what? Sail towards the setting sun. That's so poetic. AC Squid Game. No, 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 no. Please no Squid Game. I've watched the thing. I don't want to talk about it or see it ever again. What mission is this? The 4th one? Yeah, the 4th one from the Discovery Tour. Great game with about 200 hours in so far. Wow, that is already an impressive amount.
Get closer to the shore.
Are you gunning for the
Make sure to
platinum,
keep
Yoshi?
The rocks on your left and the land on your right. We don't want to
Make sure
damage
you
the
keep
hull.
the rocks to your right. But what? I must have misheard that. AC Fall Guys would be something I'm up for. Might actually challenge them to change the parkour mechanics up. A lot of roaming. Ah, it's a good game for free roaming. Understandable, sir. Have a nice day.
Embrace the shore until you see a tower of ice.
Embrace the shore. Does that mean crash into shore? Because I can definitely do that. I should be paying attention to this guy, not the chat. Well, there is the tower of ice. Do we need to climb that one? No, we follow the shore past the
There,
frozen tower.
The ice tower. Sail towards it. But beware, we're in shallow waters now.
That's alright. Is this live on PlayStation? Yes, it is. I am currently playing this on a PS5, so I would assume it's also live on PlayStation 4. Just check your main menu. It should be in the main menu.
Well done. Now we're going to pass a small island filled with sea lions.
Awesome. I love sea lions. Where are they? Are we not going to see them because of the storm? Don't do that to me. Let me see my babies. Where are the sea lions? This is like a zoo visit. Thank you for confirming that, Vitrana. It is indeed live on PS4. And thanks to you as well, Roxas. Oh, there they are. Hello. And where do we go now? Like this? I guess.
Past the sea lions island.
Our destination is ahead. Ahead on a boat at open sea is a pretty relative term, my friend, but thanks for helping. Is it a different map? I don't know, actually. Let me... Because I don't think it is. No, it's not. This is the same Norway map. So it's the same map. But it has all these points of interest where you can learn more about Viking history or just English history in general.
Go towards it. It's our destination.
Do you see the light? Go to... That's what you say to a man who's dying, but okay. But yeah, I do see the light. It is very lit. There we go. We made it. Let me stop the recording and start a new one.
We've arrived! This is Helloya.
GJ, I've been playing Valhalla for almost a year and I still don't know a good weapon combination. You can't really go wrong. Unless you're dual wielding great shields, and even that can work, but... Are you talking weapon types or specific weapons? Because there are specific weapons that kind of pair well together. Okay, so who did we pick?
Bjorn, brother.
Ah!
I've come to...
Brother, when have we ever been brothers?
So,
We were in the same
a
field.
little bit of interesting info. This guy accuses you
They
of
still
something
hold
that
true.
is untrue
Those
in the
who
first
broke
chapter,
the
and then he gets exiled. So that's kind of a continuation of his story. That's why he is in exile.
years of solitude to remember.
You're
Rossi, no, I don't
stone
mind you
the
asking.
death
Of
us
course,
all.
that's why we're here, to help you people out with questions. It dropped today. It was already part of the update
To my future.
that dropped,
Maybe you should
what was
do
it,
the
2
same.
weeks back? Or even further back? It was part of the latest update, but it's only been unlocked now. So if you have that update installed and boot up the game, you can already play it.
Join us. Lead
And
us
Jacob,
to
you get the armor and the sword by doing the quest. You get the armor after the first quest and then the sword after completing all of them. So that's kind of what we're trying to do right now.
Trick. Why
Don't think I'm gonna get it done in the duration for the stream, because we're only gonna be streaming for half an hour more.
No
But of course,
other
we can
sea
try our best.
tames the waves like you do.
Now that I can't believe.
Take me to your ship then, and we'll leave this wretched place.
I don't trust this man, but okay.
I see you've made a true sea king of yourself. It wasn't
We'll see how this works. Oh, of course, we're gonna swap back to first person.
It must be nice to have a fellow.
Dovahkiin, Dovahkiin, it's the wrong game. Anyway,
Gunhilda, you haven't changed.
That's
Still
enough
is-
from you. Leave us.
she is just sass personified.
I know what you're going to
She
say.
drinks salty
Yet it
seawater
didn't
for
stop you
breakfast.
from
My
making
goodness.
Such a foolish decision,
You would have never agreed.
and with good reason.
And that's why you discuss these
Howard
things
is so quick to
beforehand
forget.
and not after. But okay.
I don't trust him.
Neither do I. But he's in that boat as well. He won't put us all in.
Hey, Scott, good to see you. Wonderful day to you too.
After that, we'll part ways. The Isle of Britannia has plenty of land to spare.
How would you compare this Discovery tier against the ones from Origins and Odyssey? I can't because I've played neither. I am a Discovery Tour noob. So I can't really compare the two, unfortunately. 1 to 10, how good is Far Cry 6? Like, as a person who isn't sick of the Far Cry formula yet, because I haven't really played all that much Far Cry, I'd say, like, 7.5, 8 out of 10, probably. I did really enjoy my time with the game, but if you've played too much Far Cry, then, you know, that's not going to solve the problem that this one doesn't really innovate. But if you aren't tired of the formula and you want more, then I feel like this is a pretty great pick. But like, considered in a vacuum, just as Far Cry 6 being a game, and my enjoyment of it, I'd probably put it at a 7.5, 8 out of 10. Hey, we got the horse now. Moving up in the world. Yes, the Punish. This is a Discovery Tour quest that we just did. A barter for peace. 7 years have passed. Brother Elric now a confidant of King Alfred. Oh, there we go. So now we go back to the English side of things, as we move on to another quest with the priest. So we will continue. What are you playing? I'm playing the Discovery Tour for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Marvin. Came out today. So if you still have the game installed, you can boot it up and you can get in on this too. And there are actually some pretty cool rewards for the base game Valhalla as well. So it's not just that you can educate yourself, you can also earn new gear for Eivor, if you want. Imagine an AC game in the modern day. Many people have. I still wonder if it's ever going to happen. No, motivated Ben. Don't get overly motivated. This is not a third story DLC. This is the Discovery Tour. So this is basically just, you can free roam, there is no combat, and you can learn more about the history of the time and also some fun facts about the making of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And earn some rewards for the base game Valhalla, but this is not a new story DLC.
For thine is the kingdom, the power, and of glory forever and ever. Amen.
Elrich, are you done speaking with your god for now?
Oh hey, it's this guy.
Constant, my lord, even if my lips are not moving.
I remember this guy.
My lord, that.
Which is kind of a big thing, because I don't remember most of the characters from the main story.
And yet King Alfred's army of Saxons has you surrounded.
Yes, well. I had expected him to send for you, but 5 months and more he has left you here with no word. Perhaps you are not as precious to him as you led me to believe.
For what man knows the things of a man except the spirit which is in him?
Or perhaps he finds your habit of quoting dead men as insufferable as I do.
Oh, come on, it's not like you guys don't do that.
Walk with me. It must be almost time for you to pray again.
You quote dead men all the time too.
I'll speak plainly. I've kept my men from pillaging Chippenham so that Alfred will have no quarrel with me should he retake
He'll have
his
no
home.
quarrel with me should he retake his home.
Do you?
1 second there, sir. Thank you, Mr. Pickle. What a great name. For the sub over on Twitch. Hey Dennis, how are you doing today? I'm doing very good. Thank you so much for asking. Are you planning on buying Assassin's Creed Origins Gold Edition today for 25 years? Is it worth playing? Have you played either Odyssey or Valhalla? Because I'd say that if you even remotely liked one of those two, then or you're gonna be in for a treat with Origins. I haven't completed Origins myself yet. That's next on the list because I have actually finished Odyssey now. But what I've played of it, which is like I think like 10 or 15 hours, I did really enjoy. I think Origins is a great Assassin's Creed game.
Tell me, how does he keep the loyalty of his
Stop pushing people. What have they done to you?
Years of defeat, surely his soldiers would join another army.
King Alfred's role.
And yes, Discovery Tour isn't part of the main game. You even make a separate save for it, but you do unlock rewards for the main game.
No challenges to his rule?
Why would there be? Your own is destined to lead us until God chooses otherwise.
There may be something to this religion of yours after all.
No, I don't think I'll be playing that on Twitch, unfortunately. We're kind of in the process of re-evaluating what we do with Twitch anyway. So that's also why there's kind of less streams now. Also because we've just been really busy with Far Cry. But like there is a point where you have to say like, okay, this is fun, but I am losing 2 hours of work that I could spend on videos for a stream that like 30 people watch. That's what happened with Ghost.
The relic. It's gone. I want every Saxon in
They
this place
stole the
searched.
relic. Oh no.
Wait. Remember your place, Saxon.
What do you mean remember your place? It was my relic to begin with.
They've no reason to steal, not now, and nowhere to flee if they did.
I have not beat Valhalla or Odyssey. Have you played them? I'm sorry if I misstated in my question. I was asking if you played, not finished them.
No. You will return to your cell immediately. I will discover who is responsible before Alfred hears of it and decides to retake Chippenham by force.
One of these people must.
So we're gonna Sherlock Holmes ourselves and find out what happened to this relic. That's actually kind of cool. Ben, I don't have my own Twitch channel. I just stream on yours channel from time to time. So you can just look up JorRaptor over on Twitch, and there's where I stream. Should be noted in the schedule who's streaming what. Hello.
Young one, did you see anyone carrying?
Hello, tiny child.
From the chapel.
I saw some men in furs and armor hiding things under their cloaks. They were talking about
Monk haircut for Dennis. Skada, how about no? Listen, you seem like a very friendly man, but some things go too far. You just crossed the line. Hello. What about you? Speaking of Valhalla's endings, how many are there? There are 4. 1 for the main story, 1 for the Order of the Ancients, 1 for the Hidden Animus Anomalies, and 1 for the Mythical Worlds. Did I miss any? No, right?
My apologies, but did you happen to witness anyone exiting the church with items made of gold or silver?
Surely I did. Some Saxons came here and took everything they could, carrying it all off to the butcher's house, next to the market.
That seems strange. Good Christians would have no reason to take what is theirs already.
Are you questioning my honor?
I strongly disagree.
Thank you for your candor.
There is literally a story about the Crusades where a group of Crusaders slaughtered an entire village to convert them, because that is how you convert people when you're on a crusade. And then later discovered that they had already converted to Christianity. So the Christians slaughtered Christians because they thought they were Arabics and not Christians. But that's kind of an untrue statement there, sir. Anyway, have the Crusades happened yet? No, the Crusades haven't happened yet, so he doesn't know that yet. Don't tell him.
Sister, did you see who took the relic and...
What about the Mentor's Guild sword? First of all, even don't caps lock. I'm sorry for missing your question a couple of times. But please don't caps lock and or spam. We don't know. We know that the Mentors have them in the game now, and they stated that they would have early access to them. So, since they only got them like, what is it, a week or 2 weeks now, it's pretty safe to assume that we won't be getting them for a little while. Like, it will probably take, I'd assume, at least a month before they come to the game. But then again, maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe someone else has information that I don't. But the best people to ask are probably the Mentors. They would know, not me. Ooh, some nice carpets in here. I'm switching back to third person. I'm not sure. It feels really unnatural.
These people have nothing, not even firewood. I'll find no hidden relic here.
Also, XD, good luck on your new job. I get that that's very nerve-wracking. Believe me, my first day here was scary too. But I hope you'll get in the swing of things real soon and then enjoy it. And yes, Ezzy, the Discovery Tour has quests now. And those quests actually have rewards. Oh, now you're explaining how climbing works? I kind of already knew that, but thank you. That's a good guess, actually. Maybe on the 10th of November because of the anniversary celebration. That wouldn't be strange at all. Where do we climb in, though? Just then there should be a window somewhere. Open window, please. Anybody? Hello? Oh, is it... I am an idiot. Stop the conversation about... Well, at least stop the conversation about shaving me. I'm not getting the haircut. If you want to do that, that's fine. Ooh, we have more reading to do. To Guttermjall, Bjorn looks for a true sea king to honor Thorstein Oathbreaker lies. Bjorn was a good seed rider and warrior who brings many riches. Welcome in your fellow, my Jarl. I trust him, Frode. See, and here's another interesting thing, because these are actually the characters that we were just playing as. We were playing as Thorstein and we picked up Bjorn, and Frode was one of the characters at the feast. So the stories are kind of intertwining, which is interesting.
Out of the mouth of babes.
What were you able to get? Not much. They're guarding the food carefully now, but we should have enough for 2 or 3 days.
We leave tonight, then, before Alfred's war dogs arrive. Gather the gold at the sand.
Yeah.
Let no one see you.
It shall be as you say, Jorn.
I like the sound of that.
I should
Betrayal. So these kids are doing it. Okay. I'm gonna play Discovery Tour this time. Lost Years felt like such a bore, even though I'm extremely interested in history mostly. I do like the fact that they kind of ease you into it with a story. And then there are a lot of these points of interest nearby. In fact, let's do some more reading about the daily life. Staying the winter. Unexpected circumstances occasionally forced Viking sailors to find a place to spend the winter. They would seek shelter in a small cove or a river island to wait out the cold. These temporary overwinter sites could become a permanent outpost like emporia, villages, or even major cities as seen on this map. Oh, so that was how Repton, Jorvik, and Londoner actually started. Interesting. The more you know. Elric is a hidden one. I mean, he almost has the cloak going. Yo, guess what I found out? I know I am your prisoner of war, but I am totally going to not make up a story about how your own men are betraying you.
And the relic of Ely. I told you to return to your cell, Elrich. I will not brook disobedience, not from my men and not from you.
But Braystorm, my mom told me not to lie. I do actually enjoy this. I do enjoy history and learning about stuff. So this is I am kind of looking forward to discovering more and seeing if there are more fun facts about Vikings that I can bother people with at birthday parties, because I am that type of person. Interesting. I'm gonna denounce him. I don't like this Bjorn guy.
Bjorn is organizing your men to flee Chippenham by night and leave you to face Alfred's wrath alone.
What? If you are lying to me, monk, now return to your cell. Do not let me lay eyes on you.
Yeah, see, this was really gonna go over well.
Yes, my lord.
I will be an obedient little prisoner of war and return to my own cell. Not that any of you could take me alive, but I will for now. GJ, you have a nice day too. Thank you so much for joining and hope to see you again in another stream. And yes, Mountain Man, I do agree. Reda today is just it's sad. Whoa, time lapse. Something's happening. 2 days later. Oh no.
Have you come to join me in prayer?
Never, monk. Guthrum Jarl wants to speak with you in the Longhouse. Bring your golden idol. You'll need it before long.
But the golden idol...
Bjorn is waiting.
Oh, okay. It's back.
It's time to travel again.
It back.
This relic carries a shard of the one true cross, if you doubt its potency.
I doubt every lie that falls from your lips. Asher Guthrum, you made it trouble for me and my men.
Trouble brought upon you by your own actions.
And by a monk who doesn't know when to keep his mouth shut.
Only after we admit our faults and beg forgiveness can we hope to atone for them.
Spare me your sermons.
I have the season pass. Where do I download it? You do not have to download it. It should already be downloaded if you have the latest update installed, and you don't even need the season pass for this one. Went to the Excalibur location as Bassam. It's cool to experience it. Does he have like a unique dialogue or something? Because I know someone who would like to know about stuff like that.
You wished to see me, my lord?
Your king has finally sent for you. Alfred has delivered the terms of my surrender and I have accepted. You are no longer my prisoner.
Thank you, my lord. I will remember you in my prayers.
One moment, Elrich. I admit the insights I gleaned into the Saxon mind through our discussions made Alfred's terms easier to swallow. He wants me to be baptized, to become a Christian king. It is you who convinced me that doing so would increase my power, not diminish it.
Of course, any who come to the Lord are welcome. Hopefully in time, you will appreciate the many other gifts God offers beyond mere power as well.
Mere power? Hold your tongue, monk. With the treaty signed, your usefulness is at its end.
Why are people so rude at each other constantly?
Now go before I change my mind.
No, I guess that's another problem solved then. We get to bring our gold box, our loot box. Listen, I love dogs. I would really like to pet you. Honestly, but can you leave? Okay. Puppy. Oh, you can come in, that's fine. Alright, see you later. Guthrum is huge. Or Elric is just small. I don't know if he's a small... He looks like a small bean. But then again, your player character always looks like a small bean because Eivor looks tiny too. I don't know if they are, but she looks tiny. Anything good at Reda this week? No. I wouldn't bother with Reda this week. The daily item is okay. It's the Niflheim cloak, but apart from that, Reda isn't that great today. I mean, we put the relic on the back of a horse. Okay. Oh, the messenger.
It is
Hello.
King Alfred who must claim this great victory, though of course God strengthens his hand. Brother Aelrich, I was told to wait on you. King Alfred desires to see you at once.
And let us not keep the good king waiting.
This should be
What
fun.
news in Winchester since Christmas? Too much for me to say. But the battle
We just leave the relic.
and soon the
What the?
countryside will be
But,
free for all
okay.
For so many years of war.
Did I miss something or did the relic just disappear? It turns out it is magical after all.
As we have. It's a pleasure to see it again as a free man at last. What news of the king? How does he celebrate his triumph?
Also, Scabba, of course I'm excited about new weapons coming in expansion 3. Like, new weapon types I feel are the most interesting additions to the game. Not necessarily new weapons, but weapon types.
If you say so. His ferocity seemed to be at an ebb when I delivered King Alfred's terms.
I pray you are right. It would be well if we had done more for his sake and ours.
I'll drink to that, brother.
Well, I wouldn't drink anymore because your driving skills so far have been terrible. And I don't know if it's because of the influence of drink or not, but you probably shouldn't drink anymore while riding a horse, my boy. I don't think that's a good idea. Can you go any quicker? Can we just auto-implement the Red Dead feature where you just gallop alongside someone at the same speed? Please? Because this is just frustrating. Yeah, the Outgear indeed. Looks really cool. I think that might be more of what I thought the sights are going to be, like a combination between a spear and a Dane axe. Is that the welcoming committee? Very nice. That's a lot of people. Hello, my brothers and sisters. I have returneth. Okay. This guy doesn't care. Are you going to... I was gonna say... Nearly ran over a child! What the hell is wrong with you?
Awaits you inside. Thank you.
Now I nearly ran him over. That's justice. My king!
Alfred will be waiting on my return.
Aha. It is actually a magical relic. The teleporting holy box of Jesus. Allow me to return it to you, my king. It won't stay here for long. It will teleport again tomorrow. But for now, it is ours.
Aelrich, you are returned to me at last.
By God's grace, it is so.
And
By God's grace.
I was the one who included your safe passage in the terms of Guthrum's surrender.
Then I am grateful to you as well, my lord.
And you have returned with the relic of Ely. I was ready to
The relic
trust
of Eli, the
Dane
teleporting
to
cross of
I
Jesus.
see you have the matter well in hand.
With Guthrum's aid, yes.
You speak kindly of him, even after so many months as his captive. Truly, you exemplify Christ's grace. Now come, we have a baptism to plan.
Party time. Let's throw some water on people. Or push them underwater. How does baptizing work again? Blessing is throwing water on them, right?
The baptism will soon begin.
That's why I've chosen the name Adel Stan.
I trust you agree it is fitting. Jarl Guthrum, to have you come in peace to our city at last fills my heart with joy.
You seem well, Elrich. Freedom agrees with you.
As life in the service of Christ will agree with you.
Indeed. Let us delay this happy
Oh, we get to
occasion.
watch while they push him under the sea.
Si igitur vis ad vitam ingredi, servum mandate, diligus dominum diem tuum.
Oh man, my Latin is rusty. I can't translate it that quick. I know that tota anima tua means the entirety of your spirit, or something like that. Hey, at least he said amen. No, I'm really... No, I can't do it anymore. Enjoy sieging Paris, Etsy. Thank you so much for joining stream. Brother Elric's safe return with the relic from the Isle of Eli gives new support to Alfred's political ambitions. Which sucks, because those are bad, I think. With Guthrum now baptized, the stage is set for a new era of peace and prosperity between the two Christian kings. And there we go. Husky, I am not your. That's what the handy, the nameplate over here is for. I'm not your. Yours working on a video right now. And in fact, I'm gonna be back to helping him real soon. Let's go back to the main game one more time. To check on those tattoos and the horse we got. But yeah, if you don't want to do the quest, you can do this. You can just free roam, check out these objective markers across the map. You have different characters you can unlock. Not you. You even unlock Gunhilda now. And the more of those points of interest you go by, the more of them you unlock. So there are quite a couple. Some of you may recognize from modern days, some from the mythical realms, and some from the story arcs. Don't worry about it, it's no problem. Just wanted to clear that up. And yeah, the rewards are tied to the quest and the quest alone, I feel. So we have 3 more, which is nice, because then we get the sword. And this is a reward for the new life, new lands. Yeah, okay. So we go quit the title screen, we go check out the final rewards, and then we're gonna wrap up the stream there. I really needed to stop these recordings. I need to pay more attention to this. Because finding stuff back in a 23-minute recording is agony. Yes, the Discovery Tour rewards are playable for Eivor in the main story. The entire tab Valhalla rewards is just things you can earn for the main game. So there is a ship pack, a tattoo pack, a horse, a raven skin, an armor set, a sword, and a settlement item pack. All of which you unlock by playing the story quests for the Discovery Tour. So that's how that works. And then the skins for the characters are on Discovery Tour only, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that's how it was in prior games. Let's boot up the main game. Here we already see the armor set for the people who've just joined the stream. This is the armor set you actually get from the first mission already. The Elderman set with a very nice looking helmet. And the ship pack we also already have unlocked. That's over here. This is the Golden Boar. Shield Drakvari was the name. Oh, the tattoo set's looking dope in those pictures. I hope it looks as cool on my body. And of course, the little kitty there. Yeah, that's the ship pack. And we have the armor set equipped. I cannot show you the settlement items yet, because I've yet to unlock those. Oh, by the way, just real quick, we're also going to pass by Reda. For the people who are still curious about that and join in too late to see that, Reda has the Niflheim cloak as a daily item, and for the weekly items, the Shifter's Tree, Warhorse, Charlemagne, Rider Statue, the Lighter's Charna, which is actually kind of epic, I did buy that one, Nidhogg's Fate, and the Night Isu back tattoo. So, kind of a disappointing reset, but the bird might be worth getting if you don't have a cool skin for Sunan yet and you want that one. That looks like Hope. There we go. What do you mean Raven not available? It is. Oh, it switched it back. Okay. I thought I still had that one equipped, but it is the colorful Raven now, which is also awesome. Then we're gonna equip the tattoos. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I do like tattoos, so this is great. That is pretty cool, actually. I do like that. I want to know how they can incorporate gold in their tattoos, because somehow they do. It looks great. This is actually quite a unique and nice tattoo set. I think I'm gonna keep this one on. I kind of like it. Not gonna lie. I like how colorful it is compared to the others. Yep. So this is the tattoo set. It's a very, very unique looking one. I think it's really cool. I think it's really cool.
Nothing more?
I will see you.
Until next time, Avon.
There we go. And then finally, we have the horse.
Avon.
Oh, Lighter's Charner means... Oh, that does make sense. Lidar, or the word similar to lighter means leader as well in Dutch, and then Stjarna meaning star is also kind of makes sense.
What have you got for me today?
Is it you? Yeah, there you go. The early medieval horse. Hey, Scuba Steve, thank you so much for joining. Always happy to have new people on board.
Make sure you talk to your Raven.
Unfortunately, I won't stay on for long. There you go. This is the new horse. It's not super special, I suppose. I do kind of like the saddle design, but not too flashy. But then again, a lot of people are kind of sick of the flashy stuff. What's up with the Helix store, Skada? Don't tell me they released a new set. They didn't. Good. Was scared for a second. Stop the recording. But yeah, so those are all the items we've unlocked so far. And then there's also still the settlement items pack that I've yet to unlock. And the sword that I'm going to be working on unlocking, because we are going to be making a video on this, which is why I'm going to wrap up the stream here and now. If you like what we do, follow us on YouTube to see those videos. We're also making a video on the Far Cry 6 weekly reset, which is amazing. So definitely stay tuned for that one too. And there might be another Far Cry stream later this week, so stay tuned to Twitch as well to see when that will be going live and who we're going to be streaming, because it might be another co-op stream too. And yeah, thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed your first look at the Discovery Tour. Once again, it is available now, so if you want to play, just boot up the game. It should be in your main menu. And yeah, I hope that was an enjoyable stream. I wish you all a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week. Hope to see you again in another stream. But for now, I'm going to go back to working on the video about the Discovery Tour. So for now, goodbye.